It's like
but back to a
Trek.
campervan. Stop talking!
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. Keep going. Go on.
This is a van I've been wanting to see for a long time. It's had more money spent on it than a house in Sandbanks. Or maybe not quite that
not
much,
quite.
but it's had quite a bit, hasn't it? So, Shane, thank you for bringing the van down to me today on this beautiful sunny day.
And I think we've
Lovely, isn't it?
found a moment between the sun.
Well, kind of. I need some windscreen wipers now. So,
yes,
your van, obviously, seen lots of pictures of it online. This is the first time I've ever seen it in the flesh. Tell me a little bit about it. What is it? What's the base van to start with?
Its base van is a 2022 T6.1 T32 bi-turbo transporter, long wheelbase, Highline model with pretty much most of the factory options that you'd want to tick, plus a few more. Never had a Volkswagen before, never was into Volkswagens in any way, shape or form. Classic 4-boy, Cozzies, BMWs, M3s, fast stuff, track day toys, all that type of stuff. But always did camping with my parents as a kid.
Yeah.
But when I got with my girlfriend, now wife, we carried on that lifestyle, doing camping bits and pieces, and it just sort of evolved from there. Went camping for quite a few years afterwards, and then my wife talked us into buying a West Midlands teardrop caravan. That was the seed that we needed, but it needed to be bigger. The remit was, whatever we get, it's got to have a full-size bed in it. We decided not to go down the route of a stereotypical factory-built van. Don't do factory, it's got to be customised or nothing. It's got to be my personality, a little bit of me, a little bit out there. Not everybody's taste, but everyone's different. So I just wanted something a little bit more unique. I think the influences the A-team may have shone through a little bit. There's quite a few toys on it.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Graphics, lights, wheels.
Well, the good thing is you come up with your design, you thought, that's the van I want, and that's it, you're sticking with it.
Yeah, if it excites me.
But you didn't though, did you? Because you're back every couple of weeks.
Yeah,
I need this now, I need this now.
If I see something shiny, then I'll think, oh, that looked good on the van, and we sort of just go with it.
So what have you done to it then? What's the...
Cosmetically, on the outside, we've got new sidebars, we've got wheel arch extensions, we've got Bilstein B6 lift kit, we've got E-back 35mm springs, we're running fuel culverts, we're on BFG KO2s, 245, 65, 17s. We've got front splitter, we have got factory windows, soft closed doors, full bespoke graphics by Matter Clear Sign in Dorset. It's a Van Haven built van, so it's something little, it's extremely special. We've got Remo rail on this side. We've got 360-degree cameras. We've got a factory LED headlights. We've got laser lights with the camber system. We've also got a 52-inch light bar on the front. We've got 2 lots of RVL rotatory lights. Long story, drove lorries for donkey's years and had them on it. Once you've got them, I couldn't not put one on it. We've got full solar system on the roof, so there's a 150-watt panel on the roof as well. And then on the back, we've got RVL scene lights. These are for illuminating everywhere around this van on both sides, or for illuminating both sides of my awning, whatever I need to do. If I've got to change a tyre at midnight, I've got somewhere, I've got lights. Yeah. If I want to floodlight the building over there, these will do it. These are top-end lights. These are super-duper bright. And then round to the back, you've got laser utilities on the back for illuminating everything behind you. And then we've also got T5 upgrade spotlights at the bottom. So no matter where we go, if it's pitch black, it's sunshine.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got Uber camper ladder, and we've also got a spare wheel carrier on there as well. Inside
Upgraded struts, obviously.
Yeah, they weren't cheap. So they're fully upgraded. They're with like rose jointed, special aluminium brackets, and they're all riveted into the unit because that's designed to carry sort of like 80 to 100 kilos of weight. And when we first put them in it, there was 3 of us hanging off the tailgate before we adjusted the gas struts because this thing was not going anywhere. Now it's nice and convenient. It comes down because we've got the soft closed doors. Everything just gels nicely. On the inside, we have got full Highline specification, 204 DSG. Marcus painted all the dashboard components, so that's all done. We've also had full digital dash upgrade. We've got Golf GTI frames and like Bentley style leather bespoke interior, dress stitching and piping all done at Van Haven. A and B pillars all done in Alcantara. Headlining's all done in Alcantara. Full halo roof. full sanded and fully insulated, diesel heater, fridge freezers, double induction hob. What else have we got? CB radio, sun visors done in Alcantara as well, and then we've upgraded all the stereo. So we've got 3 kicker amplifiers, 2 8-inch subwoofers, kicker rear speakers, Alpine components, front door speakers in there, and then upgraded steering wheel. And then we are, where are we? Perforated leather steering wheel, stitching. Got the Alco centre console fridge, and the lid's been done same leather as the seats with the blue piping as well. Gear lever, same leather, blue piping, stitching, all that type of stuff. Not piping, blue stitching, and then you've got like the S-line style gear lever and pedals to tie. I'm running out of breath here, tie it all together. So we've got scene lights either side, so we can do all that, and all the controls are down there. Dashboard, full digital upgrade from the regular lights. Wasn't going to do it originally. I ran it for 2 years with the standard ones, and then I was umming and ahhing, and it was my birthday, so I went, oh, I'll have it. So we just sort of made a phone call to Ollie and the boys and said, I need to bring the van back in. And it's pretty much a boomerang van. I sort of get an idea, and every couple of weeks the boys are back in there doing bits and pieces on it. And I probably must have done at least half the 40,000 miles in this van, just going backwards and forth from London to Van Haven. But what we do is we tie it in, so if we're down there for like a morning, or the van's in there for a couple of days, when we come back we'll have a holiday. Yeah. So it's not a wasted trip. We'll go off and do stuff while we got the van. And then same again in the van. Originally we just had the 2 front seats on swivel bases. We had the 3 individual rear seats. And then in the rear, we had Alco Pro, same type of fridge as what Neil's got in his, under the 40 winks bed. But then what we've done is I decided that we was using the van for more winter or stroke weekend camping, whereas having the awning out here, we was doing all the cooking outside, furniture getting changed outside. It was great, but if it's on a day like today and it's absolutely chucking it down, or the floor's wet, it's the faff of having to sort of, when you're finished with it, go home, find somewhere dry. Luckily enough, I've got a massive garage, so I could turn the heating on, hang it up in the garage, and the awning can dry. But it's just a bit of a faff. If you've driven for 5 or 6 hours, or like I say, when we was up in Scotland, like for nearly 9, 10, nearly 11 hours, getting up to Glencoe, and it's -7, and you're trying to put an awning out. Admittedly, I'm using the peggy pegs, and I'm drilling the things into the ground, but my hands are like this, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Just to store some stuff outside. So what we've done is we reconfigured the whole van and tried to make it more of a lounge feel, but the main thing that we wanted was a full-time queen-size bed. Yep. So what we've done is we chopped the 40 winks bed that was in there. The team down at Van Haven and Transferic made a 2-seat stroke 3-seat sofa with soft closed drawers underneath, so there's a storage, and there's also space in there for the Clayton. So that's got the same leather, so the cushions have got the same leather with the embossed Van Haven logos in the seats. They all sit in the back of the van, so when the bed's in bed mode, that's folded down and you can't see it. But when you want to do, you literally just fold the 40 winks mattress, because it's a 3-section folder, fold over your duvet, that folds over, 2 little pegs, lock it in, so you've got a backboard as well. Same again, if you want to store stuff in the back of the van, but you don't want it travelling forward, I've got multiple strapping points and cargo nets, but I can also use the back of the settee as a false bulkhead. So I can store stuff on it, or round the back of the van, you've also got a big 200 kilo pull-out tray, a bit like the Avano, but different. So it's taller, and then what we've done is we made 6 sections that are removable, so I can either centre divide or have it in separate pockets, whatever way I wanted it. And then on the side of the legs, we've also got Auto Finesse. Mate James owns Auto Finesse, hence why there's a few Auto Finesse stickers on here and a number plate.
One of the questions, the number plate was one of them.
But yeah, so all the products that we use are on Auto Finesse, so that's why it's looking quite shiny today.
Lovely
nice bit of beading on it.
Yeah, so it was nice beading.
Yeah, nearly 175 miles this morning, and the tiddling down with rain, so
it's not the nicest weather, does it?
Yeah, it could
we've
be
got
worse.
a river flowing down the other side of the van, haven't we? It's horrendous.
Yeah, and obviously we've got the Snorkel on there as well.
Might be needing that today.
Yeah, there's been a few times when we've been up in the Lake District and up in Scotland, when we've been driving down a section of road, and the weather's been like this. You've got a parade of cars coming through.
Yeah.
It's like hard-nosed pass. We've had it a few times. Previous cars and in this, when you get to a section of road and the rivers come over the road and people are turning around, well, because we've got the 360-degree cameras, we've got a camera in the front bumper, secondary recording camera in the back, and then we've also got wing-mounted cameras. I can drive up to the water, see how deep it is, stick my nose in, and the whole idea with the Snorkel is, yes, I can drive through 60, 70 metres of metres. That'd be a lot. That'd be good, wouldn't it? It'd make a submarine.
You might float a little bit there.
Say 60 to 70 centimetres of water, it will go through with the Snorkel, no problems. But the whole idea of putting it on there's been a couple of occasions where if you get someone driving a little bit too fast towards you, you've only got to watch a couple of Ben Gregor's videos of people driving through rivers and they get it wrong. Most modern cars nowadays, the air intake is so low.
Yeah.
It only takes a thimble of water nowadays to hydrolock an engine, whereas that was 625 quid fitted. It's what, 11 grand or something stupid to replace a bi-turbo engine.
Yeah.
So
makes sense,
it's
doesn't
cosmetic, but it's function over form.
Yeah.
It looks the part on the rest of the vehicle, but we've driven through 45, 50 centimetres of water with it without any issues. So don't do it regular, but if it's a case of having to find somewhere to turn around on a road that there ain't nowhere to turn around or go for it, I'm going for it.
Yeah,
See
absolutely.
what happens.
So just coming back a little bit of a step, because I've not actually, this is a video which I've not actually, I've not managed to speak in a video yet. It's you've just kind of gone on.
Yeah.
So let's go back. Right.
So I was drinking Red Bull on the way down. Yes. Yeah. So
it is a camper van. So you've got electrics.
It's a factory Highline. So we've got soft closed doors, and then inside we've got cab carpet as well. So it's all nice in there.
Well, as far as the electrics, because you've got a load of tech in here. So you mentioned the Clayton.
Yes.
So which Clayton is that? And
it's a LPS 3000. And then we've also got the supercharger in there as well. So no matter where we go, obviously on the back we've got the electric hookup for going on sites. But if we go to a festival or go somewhere to a campsite that doesn't have power, or if we go to a national trust property and we want to cook some food or do something in the van, we have got sufficient power. We've got a double induction hob fitted in the cabinet. We've got a, I think it's either a 30 or a 40 litre fridge freezer in the cabinet, and then we've got a sink in there as well. So all of the plug sockets at the moment, I just press the button on the dashboard and I can light everything up. So we've got plenty of power. We will never get to a point where we need to leave because we're running out of battery power.
Because it just charges up so quick.
And same again, it'll recharge itself within an hour and a half. And I think the main selling point for that system, as opposed to a Blue Yeti or all the different types of power stations, that charges while I'm driving. Yeah. It also charges from the solar system as well on the van, but mainly because of the jump start facility. A lot of the electrics on the vans will run from the B pillar backwards on your leisure systems, whereas this is all tied in. So if, God forbid, we left an interior light on or we had something plugged into the front electrics on the van and the main battery went flat, I've done it twice. I've been stupid, but it's happened. But since having the Clayton, it's not, oh no, I hope I can get a signal, I hope the RAC is going to come out to me, blah, 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 blah. Even when the dashboard's completely dodoed, you literally go, right, okay, take the key out, the ignition, press the jump start facility, leave it for 5 minutes, and everything from that battery power is going back to the main cranking power, and you're ready to go. And then once you're up and running, the alternator does its thing and it's all back to normal again. So it's great to have it. I mean, there's certain things on the van that I've put in here just because I get excited. And I think I'll see somebody else's video, I think, oh, I like that. Or the boys do something down at Van Haven and I think, oh, I like that. That'll be good. And then sometimes they'll go, Shane, don't do that, don't do that. I'm like, no, we're all right. And I just, once I've made up my mind, I'm just going with it gun ho. I'm like, we're only here for 5 minutes at the end of the day. So
yeah, that's it.
If it makes me happy and it makes the wife happy, and like I say, that's the sole purpose of this van is to spend time with my family, and we do it in droves. We're away probably 3 weekends out of every month, even if she's down to Dorset, or we're in Southwold, or up in Norwich, or here, there and everywhere. Main holidays will be over in Ireland. We was up at Keene Beach last August. We're going back to Ireland again in August this year. So we've done the North Coast 500 twice. Van's been around the Nürburgring 3 times as well. The van was only 7 weeks old when it first went round the Nürburgring, had 1,700 miles on it, and it was my birthday. It was literally a couple of weeks after we bought the van. and I'd always taken all my other toys to Germany, always go around the Nürburgring. So we was doing 126 in the van on the way down.
Interesting to do in a van, isn't it?
Yeah, I tell you what, it's quite. A lot of people ask me about this wheel setup and the tyres, and are they noisy? If you've got a van that ain't that well insulated, you're going to hear them.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
If you're running, say, something like what's the Yokohama Geolanders, they are sort of like the middle of the range, but they're the ones that will give you the best MPG, and they are the ones that will keep the noise down. They'll still look the part, whereas these are sort of. I changed my last set just before we went to Scotland at 40,000 miles. They still had 5 mil of tread left in it. They're a 14 mil tread tyre, and they're a 3-ply lined. When I had my BMW, I broke 2 CSL wheels on it. Potholes. I make the potholes bigger in this, whereas when the BM and the Sierra, you're driving down the road and you're constantly looking at 15 foot in front of you. With these, you're looking way up the road.
Yeah.
Even coming down the M27 this morning, because I've got decent lights on this, a deer ran out. I've never had that before on a motorway. When we was in Southwold last weekend, 2 of them ran out as we was going up to Southwold. There was road closures and we was on a road I didn't know. One ran out, one saw the van. I give him a toot on the train horns, and he's like, fuck that. You went running the other way. But having great lights is brilliant.
Yeah.
So many people talk about what can I do to upgrade my lights, this, that and the other. I think the single best thing that I've ever put on this, well, 2, be the train horns, because it's the factory horns on these is a bit limp-wristed, it's a bit lame.
Yeah.
And if you've got a standard, this type of headlight, and even if it's a T6.1, if it's not factory LEDs, I've driven a van with the Transporter HQ lights, they are superbly better, but you're not going to beat a set of factory LEDs. And obviously with this, I've got the laser RRR 750s with a camber system, and so it works with the auto headlights. So we've got auto lights, auto wipers, and all that type of stuff. And then you've got the radar guided cruise control and the blind spot. I mean, it's
got everything.
It's
got everything.
It's like
but back to a
Trek.
campervan. Stop talking.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. Keep going. Go on.
No, this is brilliant. I'm only joking. Yeah. And this is the thing about vans. You know, Shane is so passionate about his van. He's put things on this van which we'd never dream of. You know, we wouldn't do it. I mean, air horns. But this is what he wants, and it's so individualistic. You know, people buy these vans, and it's for you. You know, you're buying it for you. You're not buying it for other people. Yeah. So no matter what people thinks about, well, why has he done that? Well, because he wanted to, and life is short. Yeah. So, but anyway, back to the camper van aspect of it. So you've got your Clayton Power, which is providing all the electrics for all your tech. Yeah. What you're cooking on?
We have got a double induction hob. It was just an Amazon special, about 135 quid. And Tom and Rob down at Van Haven, they sorted out the cabinet for us. Because originally what we was doing was we had, I can't remember the name of it, it was rather expensive, beautiful, sort of like wooden-esque type top gas cooker. And I was thinking to myself, because I've not got air suspension, if we're on a campsite and I've got a cooker, gas cooker, I didn't fancy something sliding and having an issue, so I went, right, let's cut that out. I don't want naked flames in the van, so that's why we went down the road. And my wife loves this. I've yet to use it. I'd have no intention of using it because my wife is a beautiful cook and I sample all of her dishes.
And you like them whether you like them or not.
Exactly. I'll get what I'm given and I'm happy. Yeah, so I can spin the 2 front seats round. We rotate the Lagoon table leg with the Van Haven top on it. That sits over that seat.
So you've got that for eating. So you've just cooked on the induction hob.
Yeah, well,
so you're cooking on this, and then you've also got an air fryer. Is that right?
Yeah, there's an air fryer in the back. We've got toaster, kettle. We always bring sometimes a microwave with us, and I can have all of that running off the Clayton. Yeah. This is a serious bit of kit. I mean, it really is. I mean, you can't see it because it's hidden away within the gubbins of the van. But if you need to access it, it's under the panel there. It's all doable. But all I need to look at is the control panel there on the dashboard. It's 3 little buttons. It's telling me at the moment it's fully charged, and when it's flashing red, it's not taking a charge because it's all there. But same again, we've got a panel that slides out the side, just gives you a little bit of an extended worktop when it's in sofa mode, and there is a sink in there. I've never even brushed my teeth with it, to be honest, but when we was building it, I thought it'd be a good idea to have a sink. It's a camper van.
It's a camper van, so you've got that. And also with a camper van, you need insulation, which you've already got, and then you've also got...
I mean, it literally sounds like it's bulletproof. Yeah. With the stereo going in it, I can't hear anything.
A lot of camper vans, no matter where they come from, they won't be like that because
No.
a lot of people don't bother doing the fronts. Now, I always like
doors
to because of the
and
speakers and it
all
makes
of
a big
the window
difference.
mechanism and around the speakers.
Yeah.
What they do is the boys at Van Haven, they'll strip the whole van out. They'll literally take the lower half of the dashboard, and it's fully sand deadened from the tailgate, the roof, the insides of the doors, all the way up the firewall, the backs of the wheel arch liners on both sides. It's fully sand deadened. Like I say to Neil, he was out last night and he could hear all the rain and bits and pieces. Obviously, Neil's got more windows. But we were sat in here earlier on doing a video and it was chuffing it down with rain and it was quiet.
Yeah.
I think the noisiest
And
thing
you've
was...
got van shades, blinds
Oh, yes,
as well.
they went in. We did originally have curtains and then a couple of months back I decided that I wanted to add a bit more colour to the inside of the van.
Good job. Look,
we
they
are
look good.
doing something a little bit unique. My friend Paul Tidswell owns a company called VW Swiss Customs, and I've had a word with him and his wife Fiona, and what they're going to do is we're going to use the Fantastic duvet because there's so much bright colours in it, and we're going to do some panels on the side with some like leatherette storage pouches with the Van Haven logos embossed into them as well, so they're going to go at the back, so we've just got a bit more interior storage in the van.
Yeah.
Because what happens is if you've got the tray at the back, the wife's in there doing her thing, I'll bring one bag and she's like full Louis Vuitton style, it's all going, and then all of a sudden the room starts like, hold up, we're running out of space. So I'm just trying to minimalise what gets brought into the van, but the wall space we can use.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
And you're utilising the roof, or you've got your two TVs?
Yeah, well, we've got a DVD player on this one from Xtron, and then I've got, I think that's 19 inch, and that's a 21 inch monitor there. Yeah, I know there's two of them in there. Silly thing was, the first one broke after about 2.5 years. The DVD player was playing up.
Yeah.
So I'd ordered the boys, got the boys down to Van Haven to order me a new one. They went, yeah, no problem, we'll set that for you. And while we was there, they were also having the Van Haven live event, so we was down there for the weekend. So the plan was they're doing the thing on the Saturday morning, and then in the afternoon, well, in the evening when we had the event, with loads of customers there, there was a raffle going on, there was loads of prizes, this, that and the other, and I bought 5 tickets. I won a 200 watt kicker amplifier and another TV. And I was like, we know where that's going, innit? I said, well, so we swapped them back over, and I went back a week later, and then they put, because that one was there and that was the new one, so I went, well, because that's slightly deeper, put that one back in the original spot and we'll have that one there. We use both of them. If you go somewhere where there's no signal, you can use your phone and hot stream, but it's nice to just take a DVD with you, something you're used to, and I can watch it on that, or in that one we can drop it down and we can stream off our phones and stuff like that. So,
And with this weather's getting worse. Let's talk about the heating. So obviously heater, what kind of heater have you got in here?
you know what? I haven't got a clue. All I know.
Excellent. I'll have a look at that in a minute.
It was very expensive, and I know it works, and it's never let me down in the 3 years it's been in there. I've changed a couple of the controllers just because I wanted to upgrade stuff, but it is the dog stanglies. You can control it off your phone. To be honest, I couldn't tell you if my life depended on it, but I know what they fit works. Weren't cheap. Cheap things ain't cool, cool things ain't cheap. But it does what I need it to do. And like I say, when we was in Scotland the other week, it was nearly -9, and I was on the bed in my boxers, wife's under the duvet, I'm just laying on top of it through the whole night, and it was brilliant. So,
right, anyway, I think we're going to have to finish there because it's proper starting to rain now.
Tray? You're not going to bother.
No, you're going to send me some footage because we talked about it. You're going to send me that.
Yeah, I can do that.
If you didn't see the video where I was with Shane and Neil, hang on a minute, he's going to show me something else.
Quick, you've got to see this. You've got to see this. Look at that. Get your camera in there.
Excellent. He's just shown me a duvet, which is class. So I'm going to show that. I'll overcut that. So yeah. So thank you. It's absolutely chucking it down. I hope the cameras are still recording because they don't like rain.
No,
but if you didn't see the video where I spoke to Neil from Nemo Camper Adventures on YouTube and Shane, then do have a look at that one here. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you soon.